Hey guys, it's Mandy. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please go down below and click the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see some more. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a full face of makeup for summertime. Full face baking to keep it on through the heat and everything without it looking too cakey and too powdery in person when you get done. So if you want to see how I achieved this overall look today, please stay tuned and like I said, give this video a thumbs up if you want to see some more. We're going to do, I've already cleansed and moisturized my skin this morning, so before I put any foundation on there, I definitely do want to prime, and today I'm going to be using the POREfessional by Benefit Primer. I love this because it just kind of gives you an overall smooth appearance once your makeup's done. So I just add a little bit to any spots that I have problems with, prominent pores, anything like that. Alright, and once we're done with that, we want to take any kind of foundation that you normally use. Lately I've been really loving the L'Oreal True Match Lumi, and I just like to take a little dot on my beauty blender and then dab it into the skin, different spaces, different places, I'm sorry, on the skin. And then just buff it in by doing dabbing motions all over the face. So the next thing that I want to do after my foundation is I want to immediately go in with my concealer. Today I'm going to be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer in the shade Fair. And I do go in the triangular motion and up and out. But like I said in my last video, always, the last thing you want to do with your concealer is bring it in. And I do like a little bit in my smile lines as well. And up on my forehead. And my chin. So we just want to blend this out with our beauty blender. And the thing that you want to remember when blending your concealer is to go from the outer edges in when dealing with the under eye. And once we are done fully blending out our concealer, next thing we want to do is take any kind of loose translucent powder. I like to use the Coty Spun powder. It is in the shade Translucent Extra Coverage. You want to use a pretty good amount of this because we are going to be baking the face today. So we're going to look a little bit cakey for just a moment, okay? You want to pick up a hefty amount, let's see, a hefty amount on your beauty blender or sponge, and then you want to just pat it in the under eye, going from the outside in. And then I like to take whatever is left over on the sponge, the excess powder, and just kind of pat it around the edges of that. Especially here at the corners of my nose and my smile lines, because I do tend to get a little bit of creasing and sliding around throughout the day in those areas if it's extremely hot. Just go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. Alright, and that is baking for our under eyes. But what I'm going to be showing you today is actually baking your full face. The next place I like to bake is from the ear to the mouth. Just kind of draw a line, just like that, and you can pat it in if you'd like. And that's going to kind of just set your jawline area and make any contour we do later on just stand out that much more. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And then I also like to take, and I do quite a bit of powder on my chin. Bake that as well. Again, we are baking the entire face. The next place that I want to bake is right here in the forehead area because we do have concealer there. So we want to do the most baking in places that we have put our concealer to make sure it stays put. And I don't know about you guys, but here in the South, I tend to sweat quite a bit for my hairline. So I definitely don't want any of that moving. That's probably the first place that I'm able to tell in the summers if my makeup is moving around at all. So I like to bake there as well. Now that we have that completed, and wait about 3 to 5 minutes just to let everything. So I'm gonna take just a quick break, and in YouTube magic, I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. We have let our face fully bake. Again, it was for 3 to 5 minutes, depending on. So I want to get just a tiny bit of loose powder and dust off any excess on the tip of this powder brush. It just makes the gliding process a little bit more smooth. And then the next thing I want to do is just take the excess powder here and kind of knock it away from any areas of my face. Okay, now that we are have our powder fully knocked off our face, you can see up close it is extremely smooth. It makes your skin very, very smooth. Now this is an area where I didn't bake because when I go to knock off the excess powder from the areas that I did bake, it just kind of gets all over the rest of your face and neck. So that is another bonus of baking. What we're going to focus on next after baking, what I like to do personally are my eyes, because I do have, if any fallout does occur, I can just take my fluffy powder brush and just knock it right away. Today I'm just going to do, this is the summer makeup tutorial. In the summers, even though I like to bake the heck out of my face to make sure that my makeup isn't slipping and sliding, moving around, I like to keep my eye makeup a little bit more natural. I like to play with, I like this Too Faced Shadow Endurance right here. I am going to add just a little bit of this on top of the concealer since I didn't get much concealer on there. But literally all you need is a dab. A little dab will do ya. Make sure you cover the lid thoroughly and just kind of pat it in. Don't smear it around so much as pat it into the skin. It's for a natural look. And now on any given day, I like taking any kind of contour color that you have on hand. And just get a little bit of that contour color on your brush. Tap off any excess. Do not blow on it. That is so unsanitary. So just tap, tap. That's all you need. And just hold it at an angle directly to your eye. A lot of people make the mistake of holding it like this, and that just pushes the color upward. So we're going to start on this eye so that you can see downwards. And just kind of, you know, I'm going to go down to my lashes right on the outside of my eye and just right in my socket all the way to the inner corner, and then back and forth. Just windshield wiper motions. So do that until you have the amount of color payoff that you would really like. You're welcome to add more than one coat. So I'm just going to go back into that same contour with the same brush, knock off any excess, and do the same to the other eye. There you go. When you're happy with how you've built up the color, then you can go ahead and put your contour shade away and just grab any dark brown or darker than your contour shade. It doesn't have to be extremely dark. Any dark brown shade that you like and you have in your collection, go ahead and grab that. I actually am going to be using one of my favorite dark brown shades. This is a very old, very loved palette. Excuse this, I spilt setting spray on it, and the alcohol in the setting spray I used, just it damaged the cover. But this is the Too Faced collab with Vegas Nay, the Stardust palette. And they just, on the inside, they have a beautiful dark brown with just a little bit of shimmer right here. It's called Jackpot. I'm going to be going in with that. We just want to go just right here on the very outer corner of our eye drag it a little bit along the lash line, and in circular motions kind of go up into our crease. I use my mirror for this because it's a little hard in the viewfinder. There we go. You see how nice and just kind of chocolatey that is. It's a nice chocolate moment. Any excess I like to drag just along the outer corner of the bottom line of my lashes. And I'm going to go back in and just get a tad bit more and do the same thing to the other side, to my other eye. There you have it. It's as simple as that. And the only other thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and go back into my contour color. Same one. Get just a little bit of that on the same brush so it does have a little bit of that dark brown. And I just want to run it along the bottom lash line. You're welcome to carry this look further. Put a little bit of shimmer there on the lid, add a little bit of color, anything like that. But I'm pretty much done with what I'm going to do today. Just this simple, easy, summery look that I'm going for. So the next step that I want to do is I want to go ahead and contour my cheekbones and my face. My WetNWild MegaGlo contour palette. Then we want to go ahead and go top of our ear kind of with the contour color, dust off any excess. The sideburn area down to about the middle of the eye in an angle that is going towards the mouth. We don't really want to go but once you get the color the middle of the eye, you want to go in circular motions in an upwards fashion to blend that color upwards. Never go down, okay? Never bring your contour down. It's going to make it look muddy and make your face just look a little bit more messy, and we want it clean and cut. Alright, and I'm liking the look of that right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. And so the next thing I'm going to do, I normally contour my forehead. If you don't contour your forehead, don't worry about it. Just make sure I really get in here to my forehead and bring it all the way down to meet the top of my contour on my cheeks. Alright, and I like the way that is looking right now for my forehead. And I do take a little bit of the contour, not too much, just literally boop boop. That's all I do for my chin contour. Alright, now we are fully contoured. The next thing, so for bronzer, I'm going to take this NYX Color Wheel Mosaic Face Powder in All Over Bronze Glow. You can see it's thoroughly loved. I have hit pan long ago on that, so I do need to purchase another one, but I do love this color. So I'm going to take that and just kind of buff it all over where I put my contour. Just focus on where the sun would naturally hit you. So a lot right here on the sides of my forehead, the temple area, and then right here on top of my contour, and again, and I like to brown just a tap it on the bottom of my chin and just buff out the contour that I put down previously. Alright, when you're all finished with and I am going to go in with the WetNWild color icon in Pearlescent Pink blush. It just gives you a nice pink glow. I want to concentrate right here on the apples, the front of my face, and the apples of my cheeks. So the final step that I... Hey guys, I'm back. But I just quickly added some mascara to my lashes. I'm not going to do false lashes today. I just think this is a more natural,
at the beginning of the video, we did do
a lot of baking. We literally baked our entire faces. And the purpose of that is to make sure that the makeup stays put underneath and lasts all day. So I just want to show a quick trick with you of how to reduce that any kind of setting spray that you have, so that nobody will know your secret. So just spritz your whole entire face plentifully with this setting spray. Whew. I am hydrated, I am set, I am ready for my day. However, what we're gonna do next is actually take our still dampened
that you can
blender
see
from
on
earlier,
camera,
and we are going pressing this into our skin sets our makeup even more so than just misting, but it eliminates that powderiness and that cakiness of the powder and of the entire face bake that we did. You have that much what we're doing setting powder on your face, and you are baked to heaven. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and give it a thumbs up if you want to see some more, and let me know down in the comments any other tips and tricks you might want to learn from me next.